Sure, yeah, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Cheetham, and I'm here at Alvirne High School as the Senior Aerospace Science Instructor.
All right. How long have you been with the program?
I guess a year and a half now. I started last school year, so yeah, it'll be about 18 months.
Okay. Now, in your experience, what is the average class for JROTC like?
We're kind of a hybrid of a lot of different things because we're a lot like in some ways, a traditional class with some of our curriculum, where it feels like a science class or a history class. But then in other ways, we have some physical fitness in our program, so it feels like a gym class. And then in other ways, it's hands-on leadership, so it feels like an opportunity to do maybe a seminar in leadership or management.
I see. Now, what do the students or cadets learn while they're in class? What kind of things?
Well, I mean, our basic curriculum, our academic curriculum, what I would call our strict lecture, would be, freshmen get a history class on the history of air power. Sophomores are going to get science-based classes on how planes fly, what's space like, that type of stuff. Juniors will be getting, will get a cultural awareness studies, so it's like a social studies class where we do a geography and global affairs. But that's really just the academic piece. I think what you really learn in our program is how to solve problems, how to work as a team, how to manage complex challenges, and then it's hands-on management. And so that's probably the best part of the program.
Fantastic. Now, as you progress in the years of JROTC, you get more and more responsibility.
Yep.
How much do the cadets actually run the program?
I think we're trying to always make it more, but I think that they do an awful lot already. I mean, when you get to be a senior in our program, there will be still leadership classes and lectures. There'll still be fitness requirements. But we almost devote the entire senior year to hands-on management of projects. And there's an awful lot to do, believe it or not, in our program, whether it be planning field trips, planning various events for the Cadet Corps, all the administrative tasks that go along with the program, inventorying and taking care of equipment for our program. There's so much hands-on leadership opportunities and hands-on management opportunities that I think when you're a senior, that's all you feel like you're doing. For the freshmen and for the sophomores, it's more of a learning time. It's more of a following time and learning how the program works. And so they don't have as much, I guess, leadership opportunities, but there are some. And then I think juniors, they're in that transition mode, so they're getting more and more leadership opportunities to mentor and train younger cadets. And then by the end of the school year, they have to be ready to take over as seniors. So that's kind of the design.
I see. Now, a lot of people think that joining JROTC is basically going into the military right away. How much is the program actually like a pipeline to the military?
It's not a pipeline to the military. I mean, I would say it's 100% not a pipeline to the military. In fact, if you talked to the general who runs this program for the Air Force down at Maxwell Air Force Base, he would tell you, don't make it a pipeline to the military. That's not what they want it to be. They want this program to be a citizenship, character development program within high schools that has academics, hands-on things, to make people better citizens and better ready to face the world after graduating. But having said that, I would say about a third of our students usually express an interest in pursuing the military after graduation. It's probably based on the fact that they were interested in the military, what looks like a military program in high school, right? I mean, we wear uniforms, we're based on the Air Force. So there is that part of it, but I would say that, no more than a third go into the military, from what I've seen. The other 67% take their military style learning that they've done with us and apply it in other ways, whether it be at college or in the private sector or in a technical school of some kind, and they say, well, I learned a lot of cool things in that program that I can apply to anything in my life, and that's really what it's all about. So we really don't want anybody to feel like, well, if I do junior ROTC, that means I want to go in the military. Maybe you want to go in the military. Maybe you don't. Maybe you want to be an artist. We'd like to have you too. So.
All right, you mentioned uniforms earlier, and as you know, we wear those once a week every day on Tuesday. How are the uniforms organized or managed?
Well, the uniforms are bought and paid for by the United States Air Force. They fund the vast majority of this program. This is what the reason why the program was set up by the Department of Defense, was to have an impact in the lives of young people in high school. So they pay for those uniforms, they issue those uniforms to us as a department, and then it's incumbent upon us to manage the inventory of those. So that becomes a real challenge. I mean, we're giving about $300 worth of uniforms to freshmen when they walk in the door and saying, these are your uniforms, take care of them. And so that requires a lot of oversight, and that's typically one of my seniors that'll do that. So a senior will take on the responsibility, or maybe a few seniors, or maybe a junior will be mixed into that, who will do the inventory and overall day-to-day management of those uniforms. And then, it's my responsibility and Sergeant DeBoe's responsibility and the seniors, people like you, Kevin, and it's your responsibility to make sure that kids who are new to the program know how to wear those uniforms and take care of them.
All right. Now, I would like to ask you any message to parents that you would like to convey to them.
Well, I would just say, for any parents, one of the things I always look at with this program, I look at things from a parent perspective because I've got kids who are in college, right? So I always look at things from a parent perspective and say, would I want my kid to be in this program? And there's a lot of reasons why I would say yes. First of all, I know there are a lot of great kids in Alvirne High School who aren't in ROTC. I don't want to give that impression, but the kids who are in our program are great people. They're great people to be around. You want your kids to be around people like this. They're community oriented, they're team oriented, they're serious about wanting to do well in school. That's a good peer group to have your kids involved with. But I think more importantly, there are some practical benefits. I think that the idea of being able to learn about the military and learn about how the military does business is a good thing because you may never have another opportunity to get that kind of training from a military person. And the way the military solves problems, I think, is important for every American to know. I think we have a different approach to things than the rest of society. Not necessarily better, but different. And I think exposing yourself to as many different ways of thinking and problem solving is a good thing. And then I would say, lastly, just from a purely academic standpoint, I mean, we're talking about a program that offers college credit to graduating seniors, and seniors, if they pursue this program in the right way and maximize their opportunities, can get up to 16 credits for college. That's incredible, and there's a nominal fee associated with that, but it's such a low price compared to what I'm paying for my kids to go to college. I wish my kids could have done ROTC to save them 16 credits in fees, and so there's that sort of practical part of it too. And I think when you put all those things together, I don't see why anybody wouldn't want to at least give it a shot. So I think that's what I would tell parents is if you've got a student who's thinking about it, tell them to do it, because it's nothing like what most students think. We don't do push-ups all day and yell at each other. That's not what the program is. So.
All right, that is all the questions that we have.
Well, thanks, Kevin.
Colonel Cheetham, we thank you for your time.
Yeah, thanks. It was great. I enjoyed it very much.
All right.